Okay, so I'm going to continue with the Walter J. Brown, United We Stand, Divided We Fall. Once again, let me remind you, if you like my videos, please do like and subscribe. And if there's anybody that you would like me to focus more on, or any subject you'd like to hear just a little more about, please let me know. Please say so in the comments. I welcome anything that you say, any comments, please. Okay, so back to Walter J. Brown, a 29-year-old black man in Virginia. He apparently had been in like a neighborhood that was known for drug activity, so he pulled over into a vacant gas station, and him and a passenger in the car were just sitting there, and then an unmarked police car came and pulled in, and they said they could smell the smell of marijuana. They said there was some suspicious activity going on, you know, maybe looking like there was a lookout, maybe drug dealing. I don't know. You know, I remember that pot wasn't legal then, so cops will find that as an excuse to, you know, look further into your vehicle at that time. So, although I think it's, you know, quite insignificant that he was smoking pot, the way the story went shows that this person obviously felt he was above the law. Okay? So, about the time pot smoking is illegal and you're smoking pot and the cops come over to your car and, you know, ask you and your passenger to get out, then get out. You know, don't tell them you don't feel like talking to any cops today. And that's what he did. He said he wasn't talking to any cops today. And when the passenger got out of the car, he took off and, you know, in the car, which there you go. He's driving recklessly. Okay? Right there is deadly weapon. Then he runs into his house. But as he's running into the house, he gets tased. Because, of course, the cops do follow him. I mean, you know, what are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to say, oh, okay, you don't feel like talking to any cops today? At which point he was tased, and, you know, of course, for some reason, they're all pretty, I mean, criminals, not any pretty adept at knowing, you know, drop to the ground and roll, and that'll get the probes off you. So, that's what he did. Then he ran into his house, ran into his bedroom. Now, this is 2 p.m. His wife was in bed sleeping. And ran to the dresser drawer and was searching through the dresser for something, fighting with the police. He came out with a gun. You know, it was cocked and ready to go. And, he got shot. Yeah? I mean, people, you know, and of course, you know, oh, it was a wrongful death. You know, of course there was a case. Why is that a wrongful death? Are they literally supposed to just say, oh, okay, then you have a good day. You go on. You have a good day. No, that can't be that way. You know, you want to smoke pot in public when it was illegal. You get caught. Oh, well, that's the way it is. But apparently, you know, this person did have a prior record and felt he was above the law. Well, evidently, he's not. Now, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I find myself quite a bit going back to that Adrian Silas in California, the Hispanic man that had the schizophrenia, and the therapist had brought him down on his meds and then stopped them. and the family noticed a difference. It took 1 month before what happened, and I feel it's just such a shame. And I tried to research that therapist, and I could not locate any information on that. But I really think he or she should have been questioned as to their actions, because I just thought people need that all the time to maintain, especially something like schizophrenia. I mean, does that get healed? I thought the medication is to maintain that, and I just find it odd. I mean, there's so many times I bet you when somebody's insurance runs out or something, and these psychologists that they've been pouring their heart out to suddenly doesn't even want to talk to them anymore because they can't get paid. You shouldn't have to pay someone to listen. And it's sad that that officer that actually sat down on the floor next to him, which you don't usually see an officer sitting down on the floor next to somebody bleeding, actually had to end up shooting this guy. So, I think it goes both ways, It's really sad. So then our next one is, I even did look back onto this Victor Teresa that killed his girlfriend. She seemed very nice, and she would adopt animals and stuff. She couldn't have kids of her own. It makes you wonder, like, if he had a shotgun, why were they outside at 1:15? Like, what was going on? Did he demand her outside? Did they come back from somewhere? Why did he have a shotgun? What was going on? It's just so curious to me. I'd like to know. That's just how I am, I guess. Okay, so our next one is Justin Fowler. Now, this one he was Navajo, and on the New Mexico-Arizona border, I guess he was holding his own family hostage, and then he took off, and then, he had a gun, a big gun, and so the tribal officers, put out a APB on him, had to find him, and I find it really sad that, there's 365 officers to cover 27,425 square miles. It's just absolute desolate. So just desolate there. And, here we've got this girl in the Cumberland County Prison in New Jersey. 6 suicides. They're supposed to do their check on these inmates every 30 minutes, and 160 officers to 375 inmates, and they can't even do that. And these poor officers are trying to patrol 27,425 square miles. And when he left that day and said goodbye to his 2 twins and his other child, they didn't know he wasn't coming back. But they did lose an officer, Alex Yasi, and that's very sad. And it's just sad. The whole Navajo Nation and the whole Indian thing is just the saddest thing, I think, going. That's where, people should really be ashamed, because it doesn't get addressed as much as it should of what happened to them. Just coming here and taking the land like that, killing women and children and everything. I mean, that's terrible. But that amount of land that those officers have to patrol that's bigger. There's 10 states that's bigger than. And it's just so desolate too. Not lit, not paved, scary. Anyway, that's going to be the end of today's episode. I've got to do some more research and stuff, so I hope you enjoy these. Thank you. Have a great night. United we stand, divided we fall. Please like and subscribe. Stay safe.